Hey guys, welcome in to Living 757. Thank you guys for joining us once again. And thank you, Karen. Hello.
Hello.
You have gotten off of the floor from floor directing, and now you're in the hot seat.
I know.
Now.
They let me get fancy today.
They let you get fancy and everything. Folks, as you can see, our other two co-hosts are not here. They're a little under the weather. So good thing I wasn't hanging around them when they both got under the weather, because then it would be just you today.
Be all me all day. I mean, that
you.
wouldn't be so bad.
All you, all day. But for those of you who may not know about Karen in the flesh, you've seen her segments we've had on the show ever since we've been doing this show, Cooking from the Heart, and also another show that airs on Cox Channel 60 in the YourView network is Destination Virginia. So do you got any cool segments or cool episodes that we should be on the lookout for?
I like how you introed that, because you are actually going to be in my next cool segment. I'm taking you camping, Quincy.
I'm a city boy. I'm a city guy, and I'm still a little bit nervous about it.
Well,
Am I
you
getting
should
paid?
be. You're going to have to learn to be a country mouse.
So she just skipped over the fact that, am I getting paid?
What?
That's
Did you
what
hear that? I
wanna
hear
know.
some crickets.
Yeah, so we'll be going to like a lot of those Virginia state parks. Is
We
that
are.
right?
We're going to check out the state parks. We're actually going to stay in a cabin, so you don't have to worry too much. But just in case, I
Right.
want you to know. Now, while I do believe this television show should be clothed, I have a guilty pleasure. I like to watch Naked and Afraid. And because of that, I have learned how to build a fire. I can filter water. I can make us a shelter. Quincy, you are in good hands.
Yeah, but I'll be clothed.
You will be clothed. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
definitely clothed.
Yeah, because it'll just be afraid.
Yeah.
Just be afraid. So now, with so many things that you do, obviously TV show hosting, you help us out on this show a tremendous amount. But you also, on the outside, you do some podcasting. So you have a pretty cool podcast too, right?
I do. It's called The Skeptic Metaphysicians, and my co-host and I talk to people in the metaphysical space,
Yeah.
literally from all over the world, doing all kinds of different modalities, anything from channeling. We have people that know Big Feet, Bigfoot, the Big Feet, whatever. They have a relationship with them. We
Hold up,
talk
time
to
out.
astrologers. We
out.
talk to
Time out,
reverse
time out.
speech people.
Big feet or big foot? Because
Well, I
big
don't
foot is the
know.
animal that
See,
people think they can see.
Yes, but I think they have big feet. That's why they're called Bigfoot.
Big feet, big
So,
foot.
yes.
Okay,
It
all
makes
right.
perfect- But anyways, it's a lot of fun. It's a
Making
great
me check my
podcast.
feet.
So you can see it on all the podcasting platforms. So Skeptic Metaphysicians.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So, in addition to all that, I mean, as we know, May is not only Military Appreciation Month, but it's also Mother's Day.
Yay.
You're a very busy mother. I like to shout out my mother-in-law that's right here in Hampton, Virginia, who watches the show all the time. Hey there, Miss Bishop. I still call her Miss Bishop.
That's very
Yeah,
respectful. Very
yes.
respectful.
But also my mother. Shout out to my mother, Vicky. She's out in Texas. There she goes.
A woman of great patience.
Yeah, you know what? When I look at her, I see how I have an opportunity to keep staying youthful. I mean, she just turned 71. That's
Wow.
a 71 shot.
Wow.
So I got some good genes. Levi, Guess jeans, I got them all. She passed them all down to me. Yeah, but you are obviously a mother, a successful mother, a busy mother.
I am a busy mother. And I got to say a shout out to my mother, too. And I will not tell her age, because she's a good Hispanic woman, and they would kill us if we ever admitted our actual ages in public. We're all 27. So there she is, a beautiful 27.
Yeah, lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So yes, I am a mother, too.
Well, so I have to ask this. All right. Do you have a really interesting motherly experience?
Well, so many once you become a parent. Oh my gosh. So when we were getting ready to have our daughter, we had our roles.
Yeah.
I was going to handle the diapers, the husband's going to handle the snot and the pulling of the teeth, because those two things freak me out.
Right.
Well, as being a parent, as you know, you have to expect the unexpected.
Right.
And I'll never forget, I was driving, I don't know where we were going, somewhere down here, but we get to the tunnel, and I hear this, Mom, and my daughter had this loose tooth.
Yeah.
And she's like, Mom, and she's in the car seat in the back, and I look back, and there's like blood coming, and it's 5 o'clock, and I'm in the tunnel, and I'm like, oh my God, the tooth is dangling, I don't want her to choke. So I grab a McDonald's napkin or something,
Yeah.
and I'm like driving, one hand on the wheel, and one hand like back, and I'm pulling this tooth
Oh my
backhanded in the car seat while going through the tunnel. So.
And we just had a segment with Huffman and Huffman about distracted driving.
What do you, I can't let her choke on the tooth.
Well, you know what? Two things are very true about that. Number one, it's like flight or fright.
It
okay?
is.
And the other thing, like you must have really known where you were going.
Well, and luckily the traffic
To
was
do
really
that?
bad, so it was moving pretty
Yeah.
slowly. So I do remember that.
Wow, yeah, I remember the whole, the pulling teeth and all that stuff because Sabrina would get freaked out by that as well.
Ew, it's
But you know what, like I think about my child, I'm a father, right? But I'm what they call a girl dad. And so proud of watching this young lady play sports. Like, you know the feeling, like watching your child do something, and it's just so cool. So this past weekend, she was with her tournament team, right? Her AAU club team, and they were playing their very last tournament of the season, and they went undefeated through the tournament, and they end the season winning the championship. But I was able to, like, I was capturing video, so just see my level of parental excitement.
Oh, okay.
Let's go! Kill it, Ash. Kill it, Ash! Hell yeah! Yeah! Kill it! Kill it! Hey, I'm telling you, like I mean, like I had tears, like, you know, because just watching, like my daughter got that one kill shot, and I was like, this girl did something impactful for her team to win the championship, and I just lost it. But like, yeah, I'm that parent. Are you that parent as far as cheering for your child?
Well, so my daughter plays viola, and
Is that a sport?
it's like the violin, but it's bigger, so I can't really be like, yeah, A sharp, way to hit it, you know. But I do. But we are those parents that after she's done in this very fancy recital, we're like, yeah, and whistling, and the only ones, you know, very uncouth. But yes.
You know what? If I would have said that, I'd have spit all over you. So.
I guess I'm maybe a little couth.
Well, you know what? So cool to see that she obviously she goes to one of the high schools that a pretty cool celebration happened during the NFL draft. Two guys from this area got drafted. One of those guys comes from Churchland High School, which is where my daughter goes to school. His name is Charles Grant. He actually got drafted to the Raiders in the 3rd round. So congratulations, 757, doing big things. He has so many things to look forward to. He was an honoree in the CAA, all CAA honoree. He also received the Peyton, he was a Peyton Award finalist. Ooh. So pretty cool. But yeah, like he went to William and Mary, I believe, and but he comes from Churchland High School. So they got some pretty cool athletes. And then also another one that went, a gentleman by the name of Mike Green. He was drafted by the Ravens. Ooh. Yeah, he's going to the Ravens. This is so cool. He got drafted in the 2nd round. He was an edge rusher for the College Marshall. And a former Lafayette High School standout. I don't know if Lafayette is in this area. I believe. Like, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I know it's got to be in Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah. So big shout out to those two gentlemen doing big things, going on to the NFL. I know the NFL, or just going to that next level from college. That just means, okay, it's about time to get paid. It's about time to really show why I am this individual. So big shout out to you guys and ladies out there that get drafted and get a chance to continue your career.
That is fantastic. Yes, congratulations. And you know, this is the perfect weather for sports these days. I love it. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. And you know who is taking advantage of that weather is the Virginia Zoo. They are celebrating, this is Bike Month. And they are going to have this incredible event. It's May 2nd from 5 to 8. It's Bike Night at the Virginia Zoo. And they're inviting everyone to come out and explore their 53 acres, which that is pretty massive. Ooh. Yeah, so you can get out there on your bikes. You can walk as well. There's also going to be a barbecue food truck. They are going to have a DJ, so there's going to be a dance party.
Okay.
The tickets are super reasonable. They're starting at free if you're under 2, and they go up to like 18 bucks. So really, really good deal. A great place to take your family. And you know, I think you could really get some good exercise, especially if they let the lions out of the cage. Can you imagine how fast you'd be pedaling?
Well, yeah, of course, if the lions
I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, you know, I hope not. Now, dude, I wonder if they'll have the bicycles that have the electronic Either the motors on them, or is it just the regular pedal?
Well, I mean, it's concrete and it's not hilly, so I would think you could just, Quincy, you can do a regular bike.
Well, I was just trying to find a cool way to do that, because I understand about walking around a lot, okay?
Yeah.
If anybody's ever gone to a place called Busch Gardens
Yes.
to
Oh my
enjoy
gosh.
yourself, you
So
walk
much walking.
around a lot, but as a veteran of the United States Navy, they are doing some pretty cool things. I mentioned earlier, it's Military Appreciation Month, so kudos to what Busch Gardens is doing. They are honoring all military veterans and their guests with free tickets available until May the 11th, okay? So it's for Military Appreciation Month. Veterans with up to 3 family members, they can come out and enjoy complimentary tickets there at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. So pretty cool. The deadline to register for this special offer is, like I said, May the 11th. So make sure that you get your family, get your people out there. And if you have up to like 6 more tickets, then you get those tickets at 50% off.
Oh,
so
great deal.
Yeah, and we're not taking anything off of this show. We may be down the other 2 hosts, but we've added this one right here, and we're going to do it. So we got a great show lined up for you today.
Yes,
okay.
today.
Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, it's finally time to get your peak life in order for 2025, and we see Patricia take a ride with HRT.
We sure do. And of course, we have a fabulous local performance today with Emily Frazier. It is. Oh,
No, it's on you.
it's on me. It is going to much better than that. It is going to be a spectacular show today. We are starting it off with a bang, or should I say a djembe?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
All right,
we'll be right back to find out.
Coolest show in town. Hey. This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, when you hear moving to the beat of your own drums, that actually beautifully describes our next guest. In fact, as we get ready to see them, before we even interview, I need to hear a sample of how you guys are healing through your drums. So take it away. Nice. I wish I could clap, but I found a stick. So before we even go, look, I need to find out how can I get within this rhythm that you guys show. So, all right. So,
all right, so you're gonna go 1, 2.
So,
1, 2.
Oh. Hey. And you always got to end with a doom. Right?
Yes.
Welcome to the show. You guys are fusing what music, culture, mindfulness, movement, all in one thing to just really transform people, right? So welcome to the show, Cam and also Bonnie. Can you introduce the other 2 gentlemen here?
We have Kwabena Ajaman,
Okay.
and we have Bobby Wilson III.
Nice. Your shoulders doing okay? Because it looks a little heavy, bro. Yeah. So, man, I gotta talk to you about number one. You both are founder and co-founder of it's called the
Day Program.
The Day Program, right?
Yes.
So now talk a little bit about the background of the Day Program and a little bit about your story.
Well, the Day Program, it stands for Drum Arts and Yoga. I moved out to Virginia in 2017. I met Bonnie Barnes, and we created The day program where we go to different places, teach drumming,
Okay.
do meditation,
Yeah.
mindfulness. We also have an ensemble
Yeah.
where we perform at with the different festivals and stuff in the area.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, your backstory, because you know it's very visible. You were in a wheelchair, so like what's the backstory of that?
Well, I got shot and paralyzed in 1998 in Brooklyn, New York. And my therapy was the drums, you know, like that kept me strong, it kept me whole, and it kept me relevant, you know,
and
like
as soon
and
as you
healthy.
put those shades on, you become something completely different. Now, Bonnie, you are the co-founder of the Day program. So there was something that kind of inspired your creativity and your passion. Like, what was that?
I was a public school teacher.
Yeah.
I worked with special needs students, and I noticed that they had a difficult time accessing the curriculum. So I noticed they were having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, dealing with all kinds of emotional issues.
Yeah.
And my passion turned into helping them deal with that to access the curriculum.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm currently doing now.
Yeah, and y'all are doing so much in the community as well, because through the Day program, like y'all provide all types of classes and services that include what? Like,
Yes, we work with different senior homes.
Okay.
And we teach senior dance classes.
Yeah.
Yes, they actually got a chance to perform this past weekend at the Mosaic Festival with us.
Yeah.
And they was awesome.
Cool.
And then we work with the Village Academy over on 35th Street.
Okay.
We teach the classes for the children there.
Okay,
And-
so just really quickly, like, how do the drums help with meditation? Like, is there like a rhythm? Is there a beat? Is there a sound that kind of encourages that?
It's a 6/8. A 6/8 rhythm is like a universal rhythm for meditation.
Yeah.
Like a sound frequency. As soon as you hear that first drop, that's that heartbeat. And that instantly allows your breath to just relax.
Yeah.
And because your breath is relaxing, you're physiologically relaxing.
Hold up, I'm getting too relaxed right now. You might want to stop. I'm about to fall asleep. Like, that is so awesome, man. I really appreciate and really dig what you guys are doing, and you're bringing the African vibes. And really quick, Juneteenth is coming up in about another month. I know you guys are doing something as part of that, right?
Yes. So I don't want to misquote anything. You
Okay.
can catch us on our website,
Okay.
thedayprogram.net, or on our social media. We're performing on June 15th, on June 19th, and we're gonna
dates.
turn it
All
up.
right.
At Hampton, we'll be at Fort Monroe.
Okay.
And at Mill Point Park.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. You know, I'm still tempted to mess with these drums. There's so much show left to go. As a matter of fact, let's jump in the car with Patricia as she takes a ride with HRT and finds an inexpensive way to get around town.
Today, I'm here in the beautiful town center, Virginia Beach, doing some shopping, and I heard about the rideshare service that can take me all around this area so I can keep shopping. Thomas, I'm so excited about this HRT on demand. How do these rideshare programs work?
On-demand ride-sharing is kind of combines the reliability of transit with the flexibility of ride-sharing. So it's part of the services we provide at HRT. The way it works, very much like a ride-share. You on the app, right? You kind of indicate where you are, where you want to go, and the app will tell you when the driver arrives, that sort of thing. The caveat being, it's cheaper than a ride-share.
Oh,
it's
nice.
$2 one way. The same
wow.
as our other fares on HRT, with a couple of caveats. One is you may share a ride with someone, so it's
Okay.
like public transportation. Meet a friend.
Yes.
The other is right now, because it's a pilot program, there are only very specific zones.
Okay.
Like we're here at Virginia Beach Town Center. That's certainly in one of in the Virginia Beach zones. We also have a zone in Newport News as well.
So how do we identify those zones in the app? Like they tell us?
Yes, it will. In
Okay.
fact, you can't order a ride unless you're in the zone. Because this is a pilot program,
Mm-hmm.
it started in October of last year, 2024.
Okay.
It will continue at least through into October of 25. And so far, the results have been positive.
It is super convenient because sometimes you just want to, even if it's a short distance, but you're grabbing the bags and so
Right.
many things, and you don't
Well,
want to walk that.
And you think about people who don't want a car, don't own a car, they might be a little bit far to the next bus route. So we're looking at that last mile of transportation. Or if you're shopping and you've got the bags, or maybe you're out with girlfriends and you want to have a drink and no one wants to
Yes.
drive, what a perfect solution.
So as soon as I pull up the app and
Right.
just say it's gonna read that I'm in Virginia Beach Town Center, it's gonna show me the song.
Right,
That's
and
the way it
then
works.
you can plan your trip on gohrt.com, select the ride sharing on demand, and you'll see what some of the places of interest are. The shopping, dining, town center, the university. Virginia Wesleyan is a very popular spot for students, for example.
Yes.
Or Newport News over at Christopher Newport University. So we connect also to bus routes, right? We want to get people onto bus routes as well as the light rail station. In this zone too, we sneak into Norfolk a little bit to get you to the outlet malls.
I see that because you cover like all the shopping areas and it's super easy to use the app. Now, how long does it take for
It's
me
less
to
than
pick me up?
15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Typically, it's never more than that. Typically, it's under as well.
Oh, that's amazing. So if I have with a group of friends and I just click like we have
That's
no
it.
limit the capacity, like we won't
You
fit.
could add a passenger.
Okay.
You don't have to put their names or anything. Just
add
your
the
how many
number of
passengers. That
passengers.
way, the credit card gets charged for the number of passengers you have.
So what will be other limitations for passengers? Like, do you also have wheelchair access?
Yes, if you need a wheelchair on the app, you can indicate that you need a wheelchair access, and
Okay.
a wheelchair accessible van will be available to
That
you.
is amazing.
Yeah.
So now, if I don't know about the app, do you have any social media that I can share with my friends? And hey, guys, look at this.
Yeah, there's also a phone number. So gohrt.com/on-demand, and all the information's right there.
Thank you. See you guys. Wow, what a great experience here with the HRT on demand. Guys, I'm gonna keep shopping, but download the app HRT on demand and enjoy the ride.
Thank you so much, Patricia and HRT. That option is really going to help a lot of people. I mean, only $2. Okay, I think I can not even have my car anymore. All right, cool. Now, we do have to go to commercial break, but when we come back, I almost lost my train of thought because I see these drums and I cannot leave without doing a little something. But when we come back, this guy is your party DJ, he's your realtor, and he's also a podcast show host. Hey, he's going to help you extend your success. But before we go to break, all right, hold up. I got to get right. I see that you got your shades on. Let me get my shades on too. Here we go. Hey! Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. As you can see, I've exchanged my drumsticks for a paint marker. I want to know what is happening. Well, check it out. The second annual Street Art Culture and Community Festival is coming to the heart of downtown Portsmouth. And here to paint a better picture for us, we have artist Amy. She's a muralist, as well as the organizer of the event. Matt, how are you both doing today?
Doing great.
Doing awesome.
Good. Well, you know, I can see you're prepared. I'm gonna mess my clothes up today. Is that right?
Nah, you're looking sharp, man. We'll take care of you. You know.
That doesn't answer my question, Matt. I'm gonna mess up all my clothes with this paint, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I gotta ask you, so this is the second annual event, right? What can people expect when they come out to this event? As we can kind of see the background of what happens out there, right?
Saturday, May 10th, Mother's Day weekend. It's Wall Street Mural Festival. We're gonna have 10 artists come out, both local and international. We're gonna paint 10 new murals in Portsmouth's Innovation District. So it's gonna be a good time. We got that going on, plus a breakdance competition.
nice.
a pop-up skate park,
Yeah.
a fashion show, a whole bunch of stuff. Thanks for everyone to enjoy, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure food vendors and all this
Food
stuff is gonna be out
vendors,
there.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it's a lot of fun there in downtown Portsmouth. Now, we're speaking with you, Amy. You are what they call a muralist. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this muralistic stuff? I'm making up words now.
Oh, no, you're good. I've been painting murals, gosh, since like 2016, so several years, you know. Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
All right,
sure.
well, cool. Well, before we get into something that I'm supposed to be doing, I see I got an empty canvas and you got a beautiful looking canvas. Let me just hip y'all to my skills. I've done this a time or two. So as y'all can see how awesome my skills are. Okay?
I see it.
Yeah, we can clearly see a door that is not a door. It just has a circle in it. So we don't know what was going on up here. But all right, so that's just to let you know. Okay, don't show off on me, okay?
Oh, I got you.
Okay, all right, so what am I going to be painting?
Yes, so we decided, you know, because we're trying to promote the Wall Street Mural Festival,
Mm-hmm.
I painted these little canvases and we can make our own little mini murals. Yeah.
You want me to do that?
Oh no, this is just little doodles. This is nothing.
She calls it little doodles. Okay.
It could be whatever you want. We're just
Okay.
going to be using these paint markers over here.
Okay, so I don't know what I grabbed, but I grabbed the blue. So am I just kind of just feeling?
vibe it
So
out.
so Matt, as I start painting,
Yeah.
drawing, painting, like what's the difference between like graffiti being on public places and murals being painted?
Yeah, the biggest difference is graffiti has not been approved by anybody, right? Anyone can go up there and write on a wall, that would be graffiti. Public street art has been approved by the building owner, you know, you got permission to paint. So I would say that's one of the biggest differences between graffiti and actual street art.
Yeah. So Amy, when you like, do you just pick a spot and then just go to that spot and then just say, this could use this, and then you like your imagination just go wild?
Oh, yeah, that would be ideal. If you pick a spot and you're like, that's feeling right, and then just go for it, it would be the best. But for this, you know, Wall Street Mural Festival, they chose each and every artist's wall, so it was really interesting. You get a lot of different walls, for sure. Oh man, there's some textured ones, there's some brick, there's some really smooth, nice stucco. It all kind of depends, yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see what I'm trying to draw, but I don't know if this is a scarecrow or is this somebody from Texas that's missing some teeth?
You're doing great.
You got this, I'm feeling
All right,
it.
you know what? I'm just trying to imagine. Okay, all right. So now, this is your second annual, right, Matt?
Yes,
So
second one.
when the first one happened, what was it that said for you, okay, you know what? This can be an annual thing, not just a one-time thing.
You know, it's crazy. We weren't sure how successful the event was going to be. We were expecting about 300 to 400 people to show up. We had over 1,800 people show up to the festival. And so once we saw the outpour from the community, everyone coming up to show up and show some love, we knew we had something good going on, and we knew we wanted to bring it back the second year. So it was really exciting to see, and it was really like validation that the people living in Portsmouth wanted activities like this to be part of their setup for what they could do.
Got you. All right, now we've got a little bit of time left. Where can people go if they wanted to get more information about participating, whether they wanted to be a vendor or anything?
Yep, they can go online, sppava.org. We also have it on Facebook. Just type in Wall Street Mural Festival, and then on Instagram as well, Portsmouth Public Art.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, let's reveal. I'm sure y'all can see the work I've put forth. This is it.
You
I don't
got
know
this.
what camera is going to show this. Oh, two? Okay. Oh, look at that. So this was my example of me telling jokes. All right. That's my microphone stand. All right, and let's look at yours really quick before we get out of here.
Half done flower.
Okay, so you've
Some little
just
things.
aimed yours a little bit better. Okay, thank you. Thank you
got
so
you.
much. No, so folks, if y'all want to go out to this, you can see a bunch of murals being painted by professional muralists like Amy. And also, thank you for doing something pretty cool for the community. Like, we need that out there in Portsmouth.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So many cool things going on. Now, what I do want to do is to let you guys know it takes a lot to put into the art of painting, right? But it also takes that same type of energy just to be successful. Isn't that right, Karen?
It is, but you know, I can't get over the fact that your legs are coming out of your neck in your drawing. It's lovely. It's beautiful, Quincy. Well, you know what else is really beautiful? Seeing a big, beautiful balance in your bank account from your own business. But being an entrepreneur can be really daunting. Well, luckily, I've got two perfect guests that are going to help us kind of sort our way through that. The hosts of Your Peak Life podcast, Julian and Mike. Welcome to Living 757.
What's up, Karen? Thanks for having us.
Oh, I am so excited. I love podcasts. You know, you get in the car, you're listening to them, you're learning while you're driving, you're totally multitasking. So tell me, whose brainchild was your podcast?
Okay, well, I guess it was me. So I own and operate a real estate brokerage called Iron Valley Real Estate Hampton Roads, and we started a training program. It's called Peak Performance Elite Sales Training, and that just kind of spun into Your Peak Life, because the concept behind the training is to live your peak life, to live at the pinnacle personally and professionally. So that's the name we gave it. Initially, it was for people who are in our industry, but it's been converted now with Julian adding to the ownership team. He's got local roots and a background in radio, and I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't just have to be in real estate or business to live your peak life. Because just like Quincy, he can live his peak life telling jokes on stage, not drawing. Just like the other artists out there, they can be on the walls drawing and living their peak life because that's what they want to do. So we've been really thankful to have some local city officials on there, from city council members, some senators, some local celebrities, and really just getting other individuals that are either in the game of entrepreneurship or whatever their peak life is. And that's really where it's been growing, because you can see us on Spotify and Apple and on YouTube. And we put a lot of shorts out with, you see those inspirational reels you see a lot. So a lot of those go out there all day too.
Well, I love that you focus on entrepreneurship, especially now, because with AI, everything that's going on, so many jobs are kind of being lost. And so we have to kind of come up with our own type of jobs. What kind of ideas or what kind of tips can you give people on how to create your own business out of nothing?
I think what Mike and I have in common, we both have coaches and we both had mentors to really start and really get to a place where we wanted to go. Mike, former Navy, former chief, coming from that background, you had a lot of guidance along the way, but it gave you that confidence to really dive into go all in yourself.
Yeah, I think the structure piece for anyone, nobody's telling you what to do today as a business owner, right, or an entrepreneur, and I find that most people have the dream or the skill or the work ethic, but they don't have the blueprint or the map. So I would say get in the room with people that are where you want to be, hang out with people living the life you want to live, and then let nature take its course from there.
And energy is contagious, whether it's good energy or bad energy. So choose who you're going to be around with the most, because I guarantee you, if you're hanging around with 5 millionaires, you'll be the next one.
Oh, that's so true, because people will inspire you and motivate you, or they can also kind of let you just slow down. So you definitely want to be around people that are going to motivate you. So speaking of motivation, what are some good tips you can give someone? They start their own business, they have this idea, but my job's pretty easy. Should I just stick with that? Like, why would they be motivated to start their own business? What are some benefits?
I would say being complacent is one of the worst places to be, because we've all been there, right? And we all can relate in some way, shape, or form. So I was complacent for a long time in a career that I loved for a very, very long time. Being a DJ, being radio, doing that forever, it was great, but I always knew I wanted to continue to do more. So all I did was get in the room. I switched the room that I was in, and I decided to go all in on myself instead of having to bet around the people that might have my best interest in mind. That's how I kind of met Mike too. I ended up getting in the room, and then game recognized game. We just started working together and growing in a way that we probably didn't think we could together, and bringing both worlds together and kind of marrying it that way.
So, Mike, what would you say is what differentiates your Peak Life podcast from other financial types of podcasts?
I would say that we're not just talking about money. I would actually argue that has nothing really to do with happiness or success. So maybe that could trigger some people to tune in. But I don't want people to believe it's really about finances. It's about all of it: fitness, family, finance, faith combined. Some call it the balanced life. I really just think it's about what you're focusing on at that particular point in time. So I would say that's what makes it different. Just a lot of different viewpoints. Our company's veteran-owned, so we have people from all over the world that served in all different branches and traveled the world a few times and kind of brought it all here to Hampton Roads. We have some locals. So it's just a lot of different viewpoints for people to take in and learn something from, ultimately.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And I know people are going to learn so much from listening to your podcast. I'm going to start listening to it. Your information has already been up on the screen, so everyone just check that out. Make sure you check out their podcast. You're going to learn so much. Gentlemen, thank you for all of this information. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome. And haha, Quincy wasn't here to stop that. Great. Well, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's getting delicious. So don't go anywhere.
This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. I am doing my best to fill some pretty big shoes. Luckily, Ashley and I have something in common, and that is that we both love to eat and talk about food. And we agree it's way better when you're doing it with your friends. And I have two new friends with me today, the owner of Neatbird, Eric Nelson, and food blogger and eater-in-chief, George Culver. Welcome to Living 757, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, I'm very happy that you guys are here, and I'm very, very happy because there's food, a big, beautiful pile of chicken, fried chicken. So tell me about this amazing looking chicken. I heard it's very special.
Chicken's comes from Neatbird, which is right in Summit Point, the new neighborhood over in Chesapeake. So yeah.
And you do this without any sort of dairy, right?
Yep, no dairy. It's a simple bath, and then breaded with our house seasoning and seasoned flour and everything.
So is this your recipe, or is it?
Yep, yeah. That's stuff that we
Wow.
came up with over the years, and just kind of eventually came up with the fried chicken side of it.
Well, it looks amazing, and you are here to help me kind of dive into this chicken. And we've met each other a few times before at some food judging contests, the Battle of the Burgers and the War of the Wings, and now we get to try
I'm always
some
down
chicken.
for that, yeah. You want to come eat food? I will come and eat food.
I appreciate that, and you're eating for the people.
Oh, yes.
Right? And then you write about it.
Yeah, it's tough work.
It
It's
is.
hard.
You sacrifice yourself.
I do.
love that.
I do. I do. I do it for the
That's a
people.
great heart.
Yes,
That
I
is a
do.
great heart. Well, you get to make that sacrifice again today. So we've got this amazing chicken, and you've brought a couple of sauces. What kind of sauces do we have here?
We brought a Carolina Gold, which is our wing of the month sauce. So we do a wing of the month sauce. Something different. We kind of let the kitchen play a little bit sometimes. Let maybe the younger guys develop a recipe or things like that. Sometimes we bring back things that we all really loved, and then we have a miso ginger, which is a crowd favorite. That is the polar opposite of Carolina Gold. So.
Okay, so do either one of them have any spice? Like
I'd say a little kick on this one, maybe a little in the back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how do you feel about spicy?
I am familiar with Carolina Gold sauce, so I'm happy to see it on the table.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a feeling that you guys have met before.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Once in a while,
Well,
here and there.
You're gonna have to be objective.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because what
Of
I want
course.
you to do is I want you to
course.
try some of this chicken and start with one sauce, and then you can try the other, and then give us your best foodie description
I'm
of
a
it.
professional, so.
Okay, so
yes.
which sauce are you gonna go for first?
I think the Carolina Gold.
You know, I'm gonna slide this over. So go ahead and grab it and give that chicken a taste. And while you do that,
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to him more about chicken
All right.
and some of the other sauces that you have. So
Yeah.
what has been like the weirdest, not weirdest, but the most creative type of sauce you've ever had?
There was one with bonito flakes, which
Oh.
are like they use in sushi restaurants. There's been a couple Asian variations here and there. There's been some simple garlic parmesans
Yeah.
and things like that, the old standards that people enjoy. We have about 6 or 7 that stay on the menu.
Okay.
Like a bourbon barbecue, a house
Ooh.
hot honey, a house hot sauce.
This is amazing.
That
So good.
sounds good. Okay, so now you've tried this, and see, I was just, we'll wait for you to chew a little bit. You are going at it, man. That
I
chicken
can
looks good.
multitask. I can do both.
All right, so using your most foodie-ish description, tell us in a few words about the chicken in this sauce.
Chicken's very tender, nice crunch, crispy. I like the granule on the chicken.
Okay.
It has a nice texture to it when you chew it. Like I said, very tender.
Okay.
Salt a little bit. I can pick up the salt
Yeah.
like right in the first bite.
So it's got that
Like a lot.
nice chew, but it's soft and salty. All right, we'll try the second sauce over here.
All right.
And one thing that I want to bring to
I'm a
light
double
about
dipper, sorry,
your-
guys.
okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll keep that in mind. So you've got this chicken. It has no dairy in it, which is great for people that have allergies. And I know that you that's really important to you, and you actually have a gluten-free fried chicken as well.
We do. Pretty much 98% of our menu can be done gluten-free.
Wow, and why is that so important these days?
It's, well, just a lot of people have allergies. We'd like to be sensitive to it. A lot of it started in Norfolk with the other restaurant that we have, and then we kind of wanted to bring that to Chesapeake and make sure everybody, you know, was able to eat. You know, it's important. I think if you have something like a gluten allergy, to be able to have fried chicken, we've had people come in and cry that they haven't eaten fried chicken in 15 years.
That is fantastic. And I want to, you mentioned your other restaurant really quickly. I know you had this crazy fire happen. So how's the kind of renovation or reconstruction going with Crudo?
It is moving along slowly, but it is moving.
Great.
So we are coming back. We are reopening. When? I would say hopefully sometime this year is what I would hope.
Well, I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. I will definitely be back. So we've got a few seconds left. Tell us about that second sauce.
The second sauce is amazing. I love miso, so it has a little twang, sweet, very nice. I would definitely 10-10 would eat again, for sure.
All right, so which one do you prefer?
I think I like a little Carolina Gold. But they're both, they're different sauces, so I definitely eat them both.
All right, well, awesome. Well, thank you for tasting. Thank you for bringing this beautiful chicken. We've had your information already up on the screen. I am very excited to jump into this chicken, but I don't want to talk with my mouth full. And also, I'm going to need something to wash it down. Quincy, what you got for me?
Well, I got a lot, Karen. We are mixing things up here literally and figuratively because I am with Josh, who is also known as a whiskey tender.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, Josh.
Thank you.
Now, before we even move forward, sir, what exactly is a whiskey tender?
Well, so over at Neat Bird, we've got two kinds of tenders, and they're both super important to us. The first one is whiskey tenders, then the other one is chicken tenders.
Okay, so I know what a chicken tender is. A chicken tender is something that our producer is salivating over right now in the studio.
That's it.
But what is the whiskey tender? Like, is it like a bartender? Like, are you doing tricks and all types of things?
Exactly, we tend whiskey. So we've got about 220 bottles of whiskey behind the bar over there.
Okay.
So our whiskey tenders are the folks who are able to guide you through those, make sure we're putting you in the right pour, make excellent cocktails with those, and with all our other spirits as well.
Okay, now what are we doing here? Because see, I don't know if you know this, but I don't drink as much as the other co-hosts.
Sure.
So what are we going to be doing? Because I see that you gave me a glass, so am I helping you make a...
Exactly, I figured we'd do it side by side, teaching you the most important whiskey cocktail, I would go ahead and say. So this is the Old Fashioned.
The Old Fashioned.
We do tens of thousands of these a year. So we, like everything good in life, it comes down to your ingredients and how you can execute. Very simple otherwise, right? So we've got the most important thing here. This is some single barrel bourbon that I led a team picking out in bourbon country in Kentucky. We've got bitters, and then we've got a gum syrup. So this is organic sugar, water, and gum arabic, which is an additive that gives it just a little bit of body.
Okay.
And then a garnish, which we'll get to. But you ready to mix it up?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so we'll start with a few dashes of bitters. When you dash, turn it aside.
I counted
Do some
5.
aggressive. Yep.
Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, there's those rhythm skills we saw earlier too, right?
Nice.
We'll put a little bit of our sugar syrup, about 1/4 ounce.
Yeah, and I noticed that there's like multiple lines inside of here. Like, do those lines mean anything?
Exactly, yeah. When you're flying behind the bar, you know, accuracy is important. So we use these measuring tools called jiggers that have 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 3/4, 1 ounce, all the usual measurements that we're using to make delicious cocktails.
So is that a good?
That looks perfect.
Perfect, all right.
All right, now flip that upside down. We're gonna fill it all the way up.
We gotta flip it.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna throw in.
So that's the real stuff.
2 ounces of the good stuff.
Oh, the good and the real stuff.
Good and real.
Nice.
All right, slide that to you.
All right, so slide that. Now at the same time while you're making this, there are people at the bar that's just looking at you, I'm sure, and they're just staring at you. It's like, I just want to make sure he's making my Old Fashioned
Always
correctly.
performing for an audience, right? So we've got our ice here. We can just pour it right on in.
Okay.
We build our Old Fashions in the glass because we want to keep the flavor of that whiskey there being front and center. So yeah, you can just fill it up. Yeah, don't be scared.
I don't drink, Josh.
Yeah. So now at the
He said,
restaurant, at the restaurant, you know, we use these fancy bar spoons to stir. But if you're doing it at home, you know, you can always just like throw a finger in as well. So I'll leave the choice to you.
All right, well, you know what? I'm just going to stir with this big spoon here.
Nice and gentle.
All
Perfect.
right.
And so now it's got delicious aroma on its own, but our last step is always adding a little bit more. So we've got some orange twist here, just a piece of orange. Now what we want is all these beautiful oils that are on the outside of it. So you kind of hold it gently in your hands like this, with the peel facing your drink. Give it a little snap, and if you go slow, you can see all these beautiful oils coming out over the surface.
Yeah.
And then if you want, you can just touch that around the rim to add a little bit more.
Okay, like tickle, tickle, tickle.
Exactly.
Tickle, tickle. I don't know what glass gets tickled. All right, cool. So you know what? We are out of time, but let's cheers. Now,
cheers.
We're clearly not going to drink this, but does this look like something? Like yours looks a little bit more pure than mine.
I don't know. I think that looks about right, you know?
Well, you are definitely the whiskey tender. Thank you so much, Josh.
Absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all stop by the Neat Bird and get you a good old fashioned, right? Cool, cool. Now, we got to go to commercial break, but when we do come back, this young lady, Emily, is going to perform in our studio, and you don't want to miss it. Just like y'all don't want to miss this. Cheers. This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. It has been such a great day, Quincy. Thank you for inviting me.
I didn't invite you, Karen.
I could have sworn.
No.
There was like a letter.
No. I can fire somebody.
Well, that's true.
But
and he does that.
I cannot invite anybody. I don't have that type of power.
Well, I feel like you can't fire me today.
Well, you know what? I won't.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right. No, we've had a lot of fun.
And we're going camping soon.
And we're going camping. And hold up. You left. Okay, so I'm showing this on camera. Has anybody ever drank these energy drinks? Just to, like, do you drink these energy drinks?
I don't.
Okay. So I won't. All right. Not by the description. I don't know if we can get an illustration of the description. I've covered it up here. All right. But the description, like, there's a cat, I think, that's ripping.
Name.
He's ripping something up, and then it's got some word that says agretsuko.
Yeah. I don't want you around me with agretsuko with you. I want you with like some chill suko.
Yes.
Calm suko.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I feel like it's called rage, but it's like a rage of something. And
It's an angry drink.
Yeah, I don't want to drink anything
It's like
like
the sea was angry that day.
I feel like when you open it up, as soon as you open it up, it's like, be like, all right, I'm gonna go. Sorry, Keith, I was all in your ear.
It's like, thanks, Quincy.
Yeah, so, but we won't be drinking any type of energy drink, so we'll be fine.
We're high on life, baby.
High on life, yeah. So, but great show. Thank you very much for stepping in and handling things. We enjoyed you today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the segment. If you missed this show or any of the other shows, you can just find us on our YearView app, okay? Just go to our YearView app. It's up, it's running, and it's for you. And also, share it Living 757.
Yep, if you got any ideas for the show, anything, if you think you want to come on and be a great guest, reach out to us.
Share it Living 757, scan the QR code, or you guys can also follow us on our social medias, our TikToks, Facebooks, and Instagrams. Slide in our DMs, as Ashley always says. Until next week, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And we are going to leave you with the local artist, Emily Frazier. This song is titled The Missing Part. Hey.
Hope she finds it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Another night alone and the sky is lit, but all I get is light from my phone. I'm living through another close moment, missing out on making my own. I guess I'll save my feelings aside for your crisis, wait for you to fall through the door. I wonder if you know how I feel, though I hide it. Just another thing you ignore. Walk through fire, I wouldn't. Don't paint missing part. Another night, though I might invite it. It's killing me to know where you're going. But I'd rather watch you live in this moment. Somehow this way I feel less alone. I guess I'll set my plans to the side for your crisis. Wait for you to fall through the door. Does she even know where to look when you're hiding? And somehow you still want more. Walk through fire, I wouldn't. Don't pain, I would steal the sun. I would seize the rain. Call on me if you go too far. I would move the moon to get where you are. Only care to call me when in trouble. Cry about your broken heart. You don't care it about me and my troubles. Guess that's the missing part. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, walk through fire, I wouldn't. Don't pain, I would steal the sun. I would seize the rain. Call on me if you go too far. I would move the moon to be where you are. Only care to call me when in trouble. Cry about your broken heart. You don't care it about me and my troubles. Guess that's the missing part. You don't care it about me and my troubles. Guess that's the missing part. You don't care it about me and my troubles. Guess that's the missing part.